and CIA. Okay, so these things must have been prevalent in society with the Gentiles if the Most High made a distinction and told us, listen, these are the people I want you to stay away from, and don't do these things because you must link into fallen spirits to have this particular power. The power I will give you is different. The power I will give you will be through faith and through actually what you would call necessity. Why did the Most High part the Red Sea? Because it was needed. We needed to get through the water to get to the other side before Pharaoh killed us. So that was through necessity. Okay? It wasn't just because the Most High wanted to do a magic trick. Alright? And that's the power we have through necessity if we link into Christ. But we are not supposed to go into these practicing to conjure spirits into their psychology to be able to do these particular things, because you take on a spirit. You take on a demon. Now that the demon has power over you and you are a slave to this demon operates in different parts of your life. You just invited this spirit in, but it don't stop there. It don't stop with you being a necromancer or a witch. Something comes with all that. It's your soul. Chapter and verse.
1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it came to pass in those days that the Philistines gathered their armies together for warfare to fight Israel. And Achish said unto David, Know thou assuredly that thou shalt go with me to battle, thou and thy men. And David said to Achish, Surely thou shalt know what thy servant can do. And Achish said to David, Therefore will I make the keeper of my head forever. Now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him.
So Samuel was a prophet of the Most High. He died, and all of Israel lamented or cried for him. He was a great prophet of the Most High. Read.
And buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away those that had familiar spirits and wizards out of the land.
So Saul was behind taking all the wizards and the necromancers and making sure they were outside the city. They couldn't become part of God's areas. They were banished. Read.
And the Philistines gathered themselves together and came and pitched in Shunem. And Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. And when Saul saw that the host of the Philistines, he was afraid, and his heart greatly trembled.
So he seen the Philistines, and he thought that he would lose the war, and he was afraid. Read.
Verse 6. And when Saul inquired of the Most High answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by the prophet.
So every which way he tried to get some information from the Most High was not delivering any spirit to him of understanding that he was with him. So what did Saul do? Read.
Verse 7. Then said Saul unto his servants, Seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit.
You go find me a witch. Read.
That I may go tell her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, Behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor. And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment. And he went and 2 men with him. And they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee.
So he disguised himself with 2 guys and went to this witch and said, Listen, I want to call someone from the dead. I'm going to give you the name, and I need you to conjure this spirit for me. Now Samuel was dead at this time. So before this, Saul would get advice from the prophet of the Most High, Samuel. But now Samuel was gone. So he sought out a witch who had the power to do this. Read.
Verse 9. And the woman said unto him, Behold, Thou knowest what Saul hath done, and how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land.
He said, you know that Saul, because he was disguised. And she said, you know that it's against the law for me to do this, because we're not supposed to do this. We've been banished. Read.
Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life to cause me to die?
So what you trying to do? Set me up? Read.
Verse 10. And Saul sware unto her by the Most High, saying, As the Most High liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. Then said the woman, Whom shall I bring up unto thee?
Who do you want me to conjure? Read.
And he said, Bring me up Samuel.
Bring me up Samuel. Now, just imagine this, brothers and sisters. Now, she did it. She called Samuel's spirit out of Hades to communicate with Saul. And Samuel spoke and said, listen, you shouldn't have woke me up, but I'll tell you what, you're going down. You're going to lose. You will die through this. But I'm just showing you a part of what we're wrestling against. The people that are over this earth, that are in your White House, that are in Buckingham Palace, that are in your high government places, this is what they do. Now just imagine that they had the power to call some of the most evil and vile rulers of our past for information. They do. I don't want to get too deep up in here. Let's go to Daniel's, the 2nd chapter. This is the belief system. What I'm showing you, brothers and sisters, are the belief system over all religion in the earth. You notice in the Christian church, there's a thing where people shaking and screaming and speaking in unknown tongues and spitting on themselves, and the music is playing. I'm going to show you what that is about also. And how through religion it's ritualistic. It's all rituals. Smoke going on and in the Catholic Church, and idolatry and music going and organs going. What is this all about? I'm going to show you. Read.
Daniel chapter 2 verse 1.
Daniel's 2 and 1. Read.
And in the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar.
Now I'm going here to show you how from society they were dealing with certain spirits. Now think about this. Even in ancient Egypt, Moses would do a miracle, and the Egyptians, their wizards, would do a miracle to show you the Most High's power versus the fallen one's power. It didn't just stop with Egypt. Once the Most High took down Egypt, Satan packed up his bags and got another empire ready to go against us. And another power-hungry ruler who would actually get ingenuity and technology from him to eventually come against us. And I'm saying this to say, if we just focus, listen to me clearly, brothers and sisters, if we just focus on the white man, we are totally off base in understanding the biblical concept. Okay? I'm going to tell you, if most white people knew what the elites were doing, they would fight against what the elites are doing. Believe me. I don't think they would be able to stomach the child sacrifice. I don't think a lot of them would be able to stomach them calling up an old prophet from some place or some old demon from some place to give them information. Most white people can't fathom that. Okay, not anyone. If we understood what they did in dark corners, in dark places, in these little secret chambers they have, all over the earth. Read.
And in the 2nd year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams.
Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams, read.
Wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him. Then the king commanded to call all the magicians, and the astrologers, and the sorcerers, and the Chaldeans, for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king.
You see that? Now the prophet Daniel, now you wondering what is this doing in the prophet Daniel's book? You have to understand that a president or king's cabinet is filled with these spirits the Most High said don't deal with. These kingdoms are set up under the fallen one. So they get their information from the fallen angels, demons, spirits. This is where they get their information. So it was just second nature for him to say, okay, give me a few wizards over here. Bring some sorcerers. Give me some necromancers. I need someone to break down this dream. Because why? All nations have an angel over them except God's people. All nations have a God over them except the children of Israel. This is their regular way. We go pray to the Most High, the God of heaven, the God of all gods. They go pray to these spirits that have empowered them over us. This is how this thing worked, brothers and sisters. Now they couldn't answer this, of course. Daniel was able to come and break down this vision of the empires that would, and then he was showed empires, but Daniel was able to break this down. The wizards could not. But I'm just showing you, here's a king who get his counsel from all that the Most High told us to stay away from. This is how your presidents work, and I'm going to show you. This is how your kings work. When your president, Barack Obama, when Barack Obama got in office, who do you think they surround themselves with? The biggest sorcerers, the witchcraft. Let me tell you, Hillary is more powerful than Bill. She's a top witch. All right? And she's been used through many cabinets. She was on the scene after Bill wasn't president anymore. Still on the scene doing things. And look where she is now. Okay? Top witch. She's more powerful than Bill Clinton. Top witch. Another guy. Here's a guy that many presidents have. Every president had this guy as their, what you would call, international advisor. Brzezinski, the one that was behind what you would call setting up Afghanistan's and all what's going on with them to topple Russia. The foreign administration under Brzezinski. And if you look at this guy looked like he crawled out of hell. This particular guy was the advisor for all the presidents almost since after Lyndon B. Johnson. What is this dude hanging around for? He's one of their top wizards. Okay? And now he's sitting with Barack Obama. All right? Now, I need you to go to Isaiah 19 and 13. Isaiah 19 and 3. And we're going back to Daniel, the 9th chapter. We're going back to Daniel, the 9th chapter, right after that.
Isaiah chapter 19, verse 3.
Read.
And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord.
You see that? So it says, so what did the Most High do? When he destroyed a society, he take down all their evil counselors. This is how societies go from one power to the next. You have your seers and all of them in place who can see all these different things. Therefore, your society is protected, because if you have a magician or a necromancer or a wizard that come to you and say, well, you got to do this, or they're going to destroy your kingdom, then you're going to follow your counselor. So the Most High darken their seers before there's a change of society. That's how one empire